Hello, this is BlueStar Defender of Equestria. This is my video response to Alex Side giving up reaction videos and what can we do about these kind of situations? Because the short answer is that, Alex Side got a copyright strike for doing a fan work by the person who created that fan work. And between, having family issues and everything and the copyright strike, he's just sort of had it and basically doesn't want to do reaction videos anymore. I unfortunately kind of know the feeling because, it's, this isn't my day job, it's like it takes, it may not be hard to make these videos, but it takes time that a lot of us don't have and stuff, so it's, so sometimes it's very frustrating and just like, I don't want to do this anymore. But no, dear. So and particularly because in this case, it's like, this wasn't Hasbro or a big corporation or anything. This was just another person who made make content and was like, basically, didn't want, him to make a reaction video to his his content and gave him a copyright strike. So, and this is where, I think this is where I think where we need to start thinking about what can we do about it. Because I think this is one of our biggest problems in general, is that we'll sit around a table and we'll argue about who was right, who was wrong, and all those things, but never answer the one question that really needs to be answered, and that is, what do we do about it? How do we fix this? How do we make these things right again? Is what the questions we should be answering. And I think the problem in this particular circumstance is communication, or the lack thereof. That, yes, that things simply need to change. People need to start to communicate more, with each other. It's like reactors, if you want to react to a fan work, you should ask that person's permission to do so beforehand. And if they say yes, hooray! And if they say no, then you should respect that and just walk away, Because, because that's just simply, you should do that in any case, whether it's a video, an image, a music file. It's like, ask that person's permission first, because some people just don't want you to use their content, whether it's for monetary reasons or they just simply don't want you to use their content. And we should respect that. And of course, most reactors don't mean any harm. They don't want to hurt these people. They are not trying to steal views or money away from them. Most people, I can't speak for every reactor, but, I do this because I enjoy it, or I want to comment on whatever it is I'm reacting to. This is why I like to call my videos Comrack videos, because they're commentary/reaction videos. I'm not just here to go, oh my gosh, did you see that? Kind of stuff, It's like, I want to do that a little bit, but I want to commentate on what the actual content is, so and all that stuff. And honestly, as a reactor, I think that's what you should always do, because otherwise you're just watching somebody else's content and everything, and okay, so I'm starting to go off on a tangent here, so no, let's not do that. But anyway, we should, reactors should definitely do more to ask people's permission to do stuff and all that. And I also feel that, to a point that, content creators should say, it's like, please don't use my work without your permission, or please don't make reaction videos to this, If I read that in the description, I won't touch this video. I'm okay. Okay, fine. I understand. Like, you see this on DeviantArt all the time. It's like, no bases, or do not use this image without my permission. Okay, that's fine. Okay. And of course, that's perfectly understandable. If you're trying to basically make money by selling this image, well, obviously having somebody else use that image in like a video is not going to help you very much. So, now that, again, that's a whole other debate. That's not the questions that I am trying to answer here, because, because I want to say, I want to answer the question of what do we do to prevent these kind of situations from happening, and how do we resolve them? Because I would like to think that, we're all adults here. We can work this out. We don't have to resort to copyright strikes and all this stuff. It's like, we can find a way to work this out. And I hope that, I would honestly like to hope that Alex Side would be able to go and work this out with the original content creator and find a way to fix this and make this right again. I mean, I know what I would do in this situation. I would say, I'm sorry, I didn't know that you didn't want people to make reaction videos to this. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll go delete my reaction video right now, and I'll make an apology video, and, you know, tell all my subscribers to go watch your video, and, you know, and so that you get the views that you deserve and all that, you know, because I'm not trying to do this to hurt you or steal views from you or do anything like that, you know. It's like, I'm just trying to do, I just want to basically make videos and comment on stuff and everything, and, you know, and I'm sorry and all that. This sort of, and yes, and again, as reactors, we need to do more to promote, you know, the original video. It's like, definitely, I almost want to start off with every video is like, please go support the original source by go watching that source through legitimate means. You know, particularly in the case of like My Little Pony, it's like, I'm not trying to do this to support piracy. I mean, if the only way you can watch this episode is by watching this reaction video, great, but I would still appreciate it if you could watch the show first through, or after, through some legitimate means, so we're not cheating Hasbro or the original content creator out of their money and all that stuff. Because that's not what I am trying to do and all that. And I think we need to do more to show that that is not what we're trying to do. That we do care about, you know, the original creators and all that stuff. And we're not trying to hurt them in any way. And if we do, that we want to try to find a way to make that right and fix it. Unfortunately, I think for the most part, I think the answer to that might be for reactors to, you know, like not air the entire video and, you know, only do parts of it. I mean, if that's the only way, then so be it. I mean, honestly, I'm not too keen on that, but okay. I mean, I think in general the answer is we just simply need to ask permission to do these things first, and if you get permission, great, and if you don't, then, you know, and that sort of thing. And again, if there's problems, we should be able to find a way to work this out, but at the same time, I understand how Alex's side feels and that it's just, this is just too much trouble. This is not fun anymore. You know, I understand that all too well. I've said this a lot, and sometimes I have to follow this advice myself, is that, you know what, if you're not having fun or if you don't enjoy this, this is just going to be a second job. And you don't want to have a second job. And you always have to do this because you want to and you enjoy it. So if you don't enjoy it, then maybe you should just, you know, stop and just do something else. But I do hope that Alex's side will be able to work this out with the content creator and hopefully just be able to do reaction videos again. So those are my thoughts on the subject and everything. And as always, thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing. And until next time, this is BlueStar. Stay strong and pony on. BlueStar out.